Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. We're in Inverness in our Sea King helicopter, and today we're going to go flying. See if there's any Harry Potter fans. We're going to go down to the railway, the Harry Potter railway. Do you remember particularly the curving railway viaduct with all the arches? Building arches is difficult, okay, in a straight wall, but building arches in a curved wall, that took some building, and as a bricklayer I can tell you that is not an easy thing to build. That is why it is so impressive. Right, well, we're going to go there. We're going to take off from Inverness here, and we are going to route down Loch Ness to Fort William, and then we'll take a right and we'll follow the railway to the viaduct, and we'll land somewhere near the viaduct in a suitable place and go for a cup of tea. So without further ado, brakes off, everything's in the green, looking good. Let's roll forward from the ramp, clear to take off. Hover taxi above, clear above and behind. There we go, just raising up into the hover. Checking everything's in the green. Merlin helicopter there. Right, everything looks good, feels good, nothing on the caution panel. Let's go. That's across the active, so can't see anything on the approach. And we'll set sail for Inverness. We can bring the wheels up. It's just on the approach here that we have to keep a good lookout for other aircraft, because we'll be going low level anyway, so we really won't need to keep a lookout for other aircraft at low level, because there shouldn't be any. Military helicopters can get away with low flying, but even they get complaints, you know, from the Hoffers and the Poffers. Keep away from those buildings there. So Inverness is down there, where you can see the bridge where I'm looking. So we're going to cut the corner off, avoid low flying over the town, and Culloden is up here. The Battle of Culloden, that was where that was fought. Might have a quick look, see, we go south from here. We might be able to just use that as a reference point, and we'll cut the corner off onto Loch Ness and go south. Well, it's more like south west, isn't it? Right, this is the railway viaduct. This is the Nairn Railway Viaduct, which is an important feature to look for when you're looking for the site of the Battle of Culloden, because the river is in the basin there, and off to our right we have the battle site, which is also a graveyard, because they buried everybody right there, which is normally what happened in battles in the old days. You know, there's a load of dead bodies after the battle, they just buried them where they fell, and even First, Second World War. So this is the visitor centre for the Battle of Culloden, and this is where the Culloden battle was fought. There is the monument, that depicts the monument built, and there's loads of graves right here. Okay, so that's the Battle of Culloden. If you're ever in Inverness, worth a visit. very good piece of history. That's where the last battle was, I believe, for the crown of Britain. It's fought between the Jacobites and the British, not between Scotland and England, although a lot of clans were involved in that. Bonnie Prince Charlie tried to get his throne back. He couldn't have it back because he was a Catholic or something along those lines. Right. So the German claim was upheld. If there's any Outlander fans, it's quite a silly series, the Outlander. First series was alright, but they should have stopped it there really. Got a bit silly after that. But yeah, that was covering the period of the Battle of Culloden. Right, everything's still in the green, nothing on the caution panel. Fuel's looking healthy. Everything's looking good. It's a wonderful day. A bit overcast today here in Scotland. But, ooh, lots of wires, lots of horrible wires below me. Let's get away from them. So I'm following the River Nunn that empties out into the sea at Nern. This is the sort of bottom of the valley here. And we go to Loch Ness. And we're doing a bit fast, we're going a bit fast. Need to lower the lever a bit, raise the nose a bit. Bring the helicopter down into a more reasonable speed zone. There we go, top of the green arc now. 130 knots, 125, something like that. And I'm clocking up hundreds of hours. That's my ambition, to clock up hundreds and hundreds of hours in the Sea King. Both the Mark IV and the Mark V. This is the Mark V search and rescue version. The main difference is the wheels come up and down on this one and they don't on the Mark IV. But they're pretty much the same. I dare say the engineers out there will tell you different. Oh well, that's a matter of fact, yes. And they're of course right. I don't mend them, I just fly them. Right, where are we? Inverness should be off to my right there somewhere. We're looking for Loch Ness. So our heading is southwest, so we need to go westerly. So although it looks more interesting down that way, doesn't it? Yeah, let's go that way. Sure, we'll find it eventually if we get lost. I don't do getting lost very well, I'm afraid. We're heading south now, so we're not getting any nearer, are we, to Loch Ness? We really need to be going that way. Alright, well, we'll go around the mountain ahead of us and then we'll go that way, which would be more west, because if we go west from here we cannot fail to find Loch Ness. $120, nothing on the caution panel, everything's in the green, all the gauges are looking good, fuel is looking healthy. I had a burger for breakfast this morning. I went to the supermarket last night because we run out of milk. We got some beer and burgers. How's it going, Fiona? Good, good, good. Are you on with your wardrobe today? Excellent. I've got the computer set up on the kitchen table at the moment. So once my darling has sorted our bedroom out, I can relocate to the bedroom. Oh, I'm going to the Harry Potter Railroad. So I anticipate about 20 minutes. Okay. Right, I really need to go west now and pick up Loch Ness. And the hills are not allowing me to do that, are they? So we'll just go over the hill and presumably we'll drop into Loch Ness. Not literally. Up. There we go, west is on. The mountain climbing in Scotland, oh, it beats fell walking, doesn't it? A bit quicker as well. Haha! No, that's not it. I thought it might be, but it's not. So we're heading west. Got to go a bit further. That's just a wee loch. So I should have just gone straight to Inverness and then gone down Loch Ness from there, but you know, try to be flash, shutting off, cut the corner off, get a bit lost. No, I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional, you know. Still got west, still holding on west. The wires up ahead. I'm going to go straight over that mountain. See, normally when you flight plan to go somewhere, you have a safe altitude and you have a heading and you know how far it is and you just fly that route. But when you're doing low level navigation, you know, it's a whole different concept. It really is. You've got to twist and turn with the terrain, and that takes you off course. That's the only way to hide from the radar, really. Otherwise you'll become detectable. Ta-da! There we go, Loch Ness. Look at that, Inverness is up there. And we're going down that way, and right on the nose we have Urquhart Castle. Let's have a quick look at Urquhart Castle. Lower the lever, raise the nose. Helicopter will start to descend rapidly. Keep the ball in the middle if you can, Howard Bean. So we'll bring our speed right down. If you ever go to Loch Ness, you know, Urquhart Castle is a must see. Otherwise you've missed out. For sure. That's it right there. Right, let's go. We've got to go down Loch Ness, and then there's a few more lochs to go before we arrive at Fort William. too fast. Just speed a tiny bit, ball in the middle, trim. Every time you adjust the power settings or the trim just goes out all the time, so it's a constant thing. But if it's trimmed in properly, you should be able to let go of the controls, and the helicopter shouldn't violently go off in a different, but you're constantly trimming it. Right, so we have 110, so we can go a little bit faster. We can raise the lever a tiny bit more, tip the nose down a tiny bit more, ball in the middle, trim. There's an old building at the end of Loch Ness that I like to stop and look at. I'll do also hover. I'll sit there vibrating the building for a little while, and then I'll push it off, and they all come out running away with their fists in the air going, "It's you again!" Ah! Just wave back, woo! I'll be on the phone again to Lossiemouth. Ah! And they go, "It's nothing to do with me. It's that Hesketh again with his helicopter." I need a cassette, don't I, with the Bee Gees or something. But it's too noisy in the headset. I can't hear it. Right, 120 knots. That's good. Everything's in the green on the gauges there. Got two sets of gauges for two engines, and nothing on the caution panel. Oh, it is looking good. Fuel is looking healthy. We haven't got any fuel leaks. Gauges aren't going down rapidly. I'm keeping a good lookout for birds. You can get bird strikes along here. I had one once in a Tornado GR4, and knocked one of my engines out. Went on fire, in fact. It was nasty. That's why you have two engines. You see, the other one takes you home, or to the scene of the crash, as they say. So this is a twin engine helicopter, so nothing should go wrong. Okay, one engine dies, the other one will suffice until we get the helicopter safely down, and then make a new plan. I think bird strikes is a very real problem for aeroplanes, you know, especially fast aeroplanes. We're doing 120, so if we hit a bird with a windscreen, for example, the bird could smash the windscreen and come through and kill the pilot. It has happened in the past, so that's really with fast jets, you know, and they have bulletproof windscreens. So it really is a problem, you know. That's another reason you have two pilots, because if one is temporarily blinded. Have you seen my bone dome? When I'm flying, there's two visors, one's clear and the other one's tinted for the sun, and I always fly with the clear one down. You know, so if you did have a problem, hopefully that would protect your eyesight. Sometimes I wear my sunglasses as well. Right, we're coming to the end of Loch Ness. And I'm going to hover by that fabulous old building. I'll look it up one day and see what it actually is. It's like an old stately home, hotel-y, castle-y sort of monastery sort of building. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I should look it up really. So I keep tormenting them. Oh, I just want to turn right and just go up these valleys. But I'll get lost if I do that, so I need to focus on sometimes I do a free flight, and what that means is I don't know where I'm going, I just follow my nose, and that's an excellent place to go if I was following my nose to see what's up there. just dither about and decide where you're going to go en route, you know, which you can do when you're just aimlessly hour building like this, which is what I'm doing. I remember my first trial lesson in a helicopter. I'd never flown a helicopter before, and it was with a guy called ZZ. I thought, that can't be your name, and he said, no, it's not. He said he was Polish, and his name had lots of Z's in it, but it was completely unpronounceable unless you're Polish. Okay, so everybody just called him ZZ, and everyone knew who we meant. And he was a really good helicopter pilot, really good. And that was a non-correlated. You have to twist and rev it at the same time as you're up and downing it, and you're just chasing needles all day long. They're all automatic these days. They're fully correlated. So if you're learning to fly helicopters, learning a fully correlated helicopter, okay, because it's much easier. Once you know what you're doing and you crack it, you got the hang of it, then you can convert to non-correlated or semi-correlated helicopters, and you'll see how much more difficult they are to fly. So in the old days, I have to take a hat off to people like that, because you know they learned the hard way. And if you're flying a twin-engine helicopter that's uncorrelated, you've got two sets of throttles on the lever there to twist and turn while you're flying along. Right, here we go. There's a building just to the side of these trees at the end of the lock, so I'm going to slow the helicopter down now. Speed is diminishing, everything's in the green, nothing on the caution panel. Yeah, this is it, just on the other side of the trees. Interesting old place. So you've got to remember to bring the lever back up before you drop into the ground. That is important. And if you leave it too late, you can't recover it and you'll just bounce. Right. Here we go, look at this place, look at this place. What is it? It's a fancy gaff, isn't it? Okay, we'll hit the auto hover here. I've got to be a bit more stopped. No, it's not working. Yes, it is. There we go. Green lights are on. Look at that. Let's jump outside. You see, when you think these helicopter pilots are super skillful, being able to hover like that, you see, it's also hover. And they're not really that good at all. It's the autopilot. Right, here we go. Autopilot off. Let's get away from the building before they'll complain. They're hovering over my house again. Bastard. Right, there's the canal. Follow the canal. Canal and a river. I think this one's the canal, isn't it? This looks more canalified, doesn't it? I think it is. Wires. Damn cursed wires. Imagine coming down here in a boat. I mean, as long as you're not in a hurry to get anywhere. Quite tranquil and peaceful, I would suppose. That's a lock. Lock gates. Of course, once we get near to Fort William, we'll see Ben Nevis. A bit longer. I said about 20 minutes. Do you need me to stop? I can stop, you know, if you want. I am. Is it important? Oh, okay. I'll do part 2 later then. I'll just land the wife wants me. Not a problem. Let's put some wheels down. Confirm 2 greens. Everything's in the green, nothing on the caution panel. Feels good. Wife wants me, so I'll end here, then I'll carry on to Harry Potter in part 2. Well, that brakes on, and I'll see you in part 2.